morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today in a totally different setting. I've started doing my makeup in my bathroom, so I hope it's not too echoey. This will be kind of an experiment. But I have a couple of things I want to show you on makeup and skincare. So I thought I would just do these things with you. And the first one is skincare. I have all of my skincare on except my sunscreen and, hang on, I should have been prepared, my Immapel. These are called Immapel. I heard about these on Pinsmith Skincare a while back. I have waited forever to mention these because they're very pricey, and I wanted to be sure I really did love them, and I do. I've gone through one of the creams, and this is my second serum, and I replaced it. What these are is, okay, when you're going through menopause, you lose a lot of estrogen, which is good for the skin, I hear. This is supposed to kind of replace what estrogen does in your skin with this. It's like really for people who can't do hormone replacement therapy. I will never do hormone replacement therapy because of health issues in my family. Breast cancer, stroke. So I'll never do hormone replacement. So this is a good alternative for me. I just emptied out this cream. How I used this and I made it last so long was I mixed it with other things, like my ordinary niacinamide sometimes to kind of thin it out, my Lancome Visionaire, a growth serum, growth factor by Osmosis, because those are a little bit less pricey and it made this go further. I also love the serum. I would say this lasted probably a couple of months, maybe 3. I'll keep y'all posted on that when I go through this one. But I really, really like the Immapel. I think since I've been using it, I do think my skin may be smoother. So, love those. Okay, oh, I need to put that on. So I'm gonna put on the serum because I ran out of the cream. And the serum looks like that. It's kind of a little bit thicker, just kind of on the thicker side serum. And that's all my skincare. I'm gonna go put on my sunscreen. I'm gonna be using my Dermatology Tinted Moisturizer with anti-aging properties in it, and I will be back for color corrector. All right, I've put on my color corrector. I used the MAC Studio Finish, and I'm about to do my concealer. And that brings me to my next favorite, and that is a sponge. It's the e.l.f. Camo Sponge, I believe. I guess they made this to go with their concealer because it's a concealer sponge, and I love this. One of you girls told me about it because for my big sponge, I use the Miss A, which is $1.50. But I was still buying the cheeky beauty blenders because I couldn't find any concealer sponges I liked this much until this one. This is just as soft as this, and the point is just about as nice as this. This one's a tiny bit damp and this one's dry. So when this one's wet, they're, pretty comparable. And this has a point on both ends, so I don't have to wash it as often. Y'all, I've been using this for several months and I love it. So this is what I use every day for my concealer, and I will not be replacing my cheeky beauty blender. I'm happy to tell you this is fabulous. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on my concealer, and what I'm using every day, I start with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Multi-Purpose Concealer. Covers like nothing I've ever tried. But I'm also using up concealers, and right now I'm using up a Pat McGrath. And this is nice. It's thinner and it has a really good cover. So I like to layer my concealers. If you've been with me, you know that. So and then I just go over a little bit with this, kind of just to use it up, but it's good. It's really, really, really nice. It's a little bit on the thinner side, but still covers great. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get my e.l.f. sponge and blend that in. Okay, Okay, I'm gonna go do my foundation, my face color, and some mascara. I will be back with an eyeshadow palette. We're gonna do our eyes together, so I will be back. Okay, and I wanted to pause while I'm putting on my blush. I've had this in here numerous times, but it bears repeating. I am loving the blush I'm using right now. The Stila convertible blushes. And this one is in GRWM. One of you girls a long time ago told me about this. And this is the one I'm using up, and this is it. It's just a beautiful, very wearable peachy pink. Closer to the peachy, but it kind of reminds me of a cream luminoso or NARS Orgasm. It's just very easy to wear every day. So I love this, and it feels a little bit sticky when you first put it on, but that goes away, and I love it. It does, it lasts all day. I always set it down, you know, with a little bit of powder, press it in with a puff, and then I go over it with a powder, a real light powder blush. And I'm using a Jill Stewart right now. I just had this in an empties, I think. I was showing this in an empties. And this is really, really nice. Or with an hourglass, you know, something kind of light. That's it. But I love these Stila convertible blushes, and the GRWM is so pretty. So I wanted to kind of pause and tell y'all about that. Okay, I'll be back. I know my eyelashes look crazy because I've already got my primer on and I'm doing my lips, but I have another favorite, and I've talked about this before, but I love it so much and I'm using it all the time lately. This is the Rimmel liner. This one's in Rose Quartz. I also love it in Clover, but today we're using more kind of pinky shades on our eyes. So I'm using the Rose Quartz, but Rose Quartz and Clover, Wild Clover, I could live on those two liners alone, and I get them both on Amazon. I'll link them. But I've been using this and doing my lip technique where I do liner. Well, I'll show you. I'll fast forward as I do this so I can show you my lip technique. But I'm using the Rimmel Rose Quartz, and I love this liner in the Wild Clover. I heard Mel Thompson compare these to Chanel, and I've never used a Chanel liner, but I do love the Rimmels. Okay, I'm going to fast forward through this. I'm going to do my concealer over it. Okay, and that makes that last through dental appointments and like half the day. It lasts forever. All right, okay. My next step is eyeshadow, and I have a new eyeshadow palette, and I can thank so many of y'all for this, because a couple of months ago, I asked y'all what your favorite spring eyeshadow palette was. Tons of y'all said you were getting the Tartelette Juicy. This is so pretty, y'all. This kind of reminds me of the Huda Nudes, those little mini palettes, the light, medium, and dark. This is kind of all of that in one. Very soft and feminine and beautiful for spring, well, anytime. But that screams spring. And then up here, these will be beautiful for fall. And this is just a great look. This is so complete except for a transition shade. That's a little bit light for me. It's almost perfect. And this is a shimmer. This is too peach for me, just to go for a transition. So I pull in another Tarte. I pull in the Amazonian or the In Bloom. Beautiful with this, either one of them. I could make do with just that, but you can see this is full of great transitions. So I transition with this, and then I come in and do everything else with my Tartelette Juicy. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, let me get my brush. I'm gonna start with a Wayne Goss number 20. A Wayne Goss number 20. It's the brush I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna go into both of these. I'm sorry. to do that, but I just don't like to be that peachy or pink on my transition. I like very neutral there. So I'm gonna go into that. And any transition shade you have sitting around. This is just what I usually use with this. Okay, and then I'm gonna go, find my orbital bone. Hang on, I need to powder my eyelid. Sticky. Okay, I always forget. Right, now I'm doing my transition. And I'm just going right there underneath my orbital bone and across. Okay, and then I'm getting my little brush cleaner. This is a color switch. I've used this for years. I'll link it. Helps stop eyeshadow messes. Okay, then on this outer transition, I will go into this. I just don't like peach or pink over here by my nose. Makes me look like I have pink eye. So I'm gonna go into that one very light because it's a little dark to be up there, but since it's on the outer, right there on the crease in transition. These shadows are nice and pigmented, a little bit of fallout, but not bad, very manageable, very blendable, so easy to use. I love the Tartelette formula. It's why I use this with it because this is so great daily to just grab. Any of the Tartelettes are just great to just grab and go. All right, so easy, so easy. Okay, I'm gonna do this eye over here. I'll be back. Okay, then I've been kind of smoking out my under eye lately, and when I do that, I do it with something really light, and it still looks nice and smoky under there. I'm gonna go under my under eye, my lower lash line with this one, a real light kind of spicy color, peach. Very light. Okay, I'm gonna get my Sigma E47. It's nice and skinny. Clean it off with my little brush cleaner. And I'm gonna go into that same color in a tiny bit of what I did my outer crease and tap. Yeah, on that outer. And then after I get it on the outer, kind of work it up to that outer V. And then with the remnant, come across further. I'm liking a little smokier look lately. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye. Okay, next I'm gonna go over my crease with that. It's got a little bit of red in it, but not too much. Just adds a little bit of a red undertone, but doesn't make me look like I have pink eye. And I'm gonna stay right down here in the crease with that. We're doing some drama eyes this morning to go feed my daughter's cats. I'm gonna go feed her cats. She went to Austin. She went to Austin with some friends. I'm gonna go feed her cats and go to the gym. We'll be nice and smoky. All right, let's do a little bit on the outer. It's already pretty dramatic. I've been a little heavy-handed this morning, but we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit on that outer V still, and I'm gonna go into that one. And we'll just stay, just right out there. Just a tiny little line. Not coming over very far. Just a tiny little V out there. All right, I'm gonna do the other side. All right, now I'm gonna do my eyelid, and I'm gonna do my Milk Jumbo Stick, NYX Jumbo Stick and Milk. And let me clean that off. And right here on my inner eye, coming a little bit across, I'm making it really bright, and it gives me more of an eyelid, especially on this eye. This is my more hooded eye. We all have a different shape to each eye. This one, I go over a little further in, a little closer to the lash line. You see how that, they're still not even, but they're more even. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over that with, this is a Morphe M506. This is the perfect shape and size for my eyelids. Okay, and then, y'all, I love this palette for these really light colors for the lid. Or if you want a shimmer down here, I can use this every day and get a different look. More pink, more peach, just neutral, very, very nice palette. I'm just gonna go into just plain vanilla down here. Okay, then when I'm blending that in, I go a little over this inner. Everybody's eyes are different. You may not, want to do this inner as much as I do. But I like the look that gives me, and I like it nice and smooth over there. So this is my final inner blend over here with that light shade and then kind of across. All right, I'm going to do the other one. All right, then I'm going to do my eyeliner, and I'm just using my Rimmel in black for my upper lash line, and I'll be so careful not to take up any lid space. I really press down into there. And my Prestige in black brown, I kind of clean up out here a little bit. So gonna do these, I'll be back. I'm gonna clean up my lips a little bit and add a lipstick on top of my liner and all that. Okay, I'm gonna use my Kim KW because that's what's in front of me. I've taken so many to my purse, but I'm gonna use this. I always like it. It just, I don't know. It's just a beautiful nude, peachy nude. All right, and that is the Tartelette Juicy palette and some various favorites I have for makeup this month. Y'all, this palette is super nice. If you like the colors in here, very blendable, easy to use. If you like the tartlets, you'll like this if you like these colors. So, and then I have one more thing that I'm gonna put in here with the makeup because I'm so excited to tell you about it. I don't even wanna wait one more week. Okay, in the past, I have had Casamorati Lira in my favorites. I love this fragrance. It smells like a dreamsicle. It's got vanilla, lavender that I don't really smell. It is like a dreamsicle. It's very inoffensive. I would wear it anywhere. And every time I wear it somewhere, I get compliments on it. People love it. However, this is very expensive. I think this bottle was $3.50 and it's hard to find. I had to have this shipped from Harrods, which it came very nice. But one of my girls over on Instagram and over here, but over on Instagram said, okay, I know something that's supposed to be a good dupe for that. It's supposed to be exact. So I picked it up. It is exact. This is by DUA, and this is called Caramel Delight. And once you know that, it kind of smells like caramel, yeah, it kind of smells caramely. It is beautiful. It lasts as long on the skin as this does, and the difference is negligible. This is 1 ounce, and this is 3.7. This is around $350, and this is $50 or $55. So it's about half. You could buy three and a half of these for one of these and still just spend about half, I think. So anyway, this is beautiful. It's the DUA Caramel Delight. Lasts a long time on the skin. The difference is minimal. if there's any difference at all. So anyway, I was excited to tell y'all about that. And that's all I have for you. Y'all definitely let me know down below anything that y'all are loving that I need to pick up and try. And that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.